Hello, my name's Eifion, and I head an organisation in Wales called Circular Economy Wales. And since we launched last Monday, a lot of friends and old colleagues have been asking, what does Circular Economy Wales actually do, or what will you be doing? So this little video is put together to answer that very simple question. And if you're watching this video from another country, hopefully there'll be something here that I can share with you. Because Circular Economy Wales, its basis starts with recycling, Wales's recycling achievements. We went from 5% recycling, the worst figures in Europe at the beginning of the 2000s, through to 67, 68% today, 2018. And we now can build on that and do a number of things. So we want to build a circular economy. We want to utilise those resources and put them back into the loops of the economy so that businesses in Wales can make the products of the future far cheaper than utilising the extractive model of mining and exploiting the earth. And we know that that linear system has its limits. We know all about extraction and exploitation of the land in Wales. We have a long history of it. For those of you who don't know Wales and its history that well, through the industrial age, resources were taken from the copper of Coppermount in Anglesey, which bottom-lined ships from the 1700s, 1800s onwards, and then the quarries of North Wales, where slate was exported all around the world for roofs, and Wales was one of the largest exporter of slate. And then, of course, what we're famous for, the coal mines. So the notion of a circular economy where we look at resources in products flowing back through recycling and back into reproduction again, using that as a mine, using the system as a new mine, is something that people in Wales are very passionate about, because with that model, we got control of it. We never did have control over our resources in years gone by. We certainly didn't see the wealth and the benefits created from that. Apart from people themselves who built their own libraries, working men's institutions, that kind of thing. There were very few examples, really, and comparatively quite small compared with the vast wealth that was created in Wales at the time. So the circular economy turns all this on its head. So first of all, yes, we will be looking at materials, and we'll have the opportunity over the coming years to explore all sorts of interesting models, like the circular economy jeans, a model, an Italian model. They have a shop in Amsterdam. So rather than buying a pair of jeans, it's a lease agreement. That means that the producer of the jeans can retain those materials and have them back after 12 months. As far as the purchaser of the jeans is concerned, they get the latest cut of jeans 12 months later, a fresh pair, so to speak. And it reduces the costs to the manufacturer, because 70% of the cotton going into those jeans is from a reused source that they maintain control of through that leasing agreement. So we're going to be doing all sorts of things around materials. The first thing we've launched was something called the Green Shed in Haverfordwest. Now the Green Shed reprocesses glass and eventually plastics. We'll be adding that in. Different to a large factory where the recyclate goes off and gets made into any one of a number of different products by a factory, a private model where the shareholders sitting on some beach somewhere are going to benefit from the profits of those products. Completely different to that. The Green Shed is community owned. It's public facing, and it serves the public in a number of ways. The public, school children, can go in to the Green Shed with bottles and plastics and turn their materials that they own into goods that they desire, that they wish to have. And in doing so, the penny drops for people, particularly children, who at the moment, the government is thinking of bringing back deposit schemes for bottles and whatnot. It takes it a stage further, in that the children bringing in materials into our green shed will see the whole loop, not just the financial incentive of money back on a bottle, but will actually have something physical, tangible in their hands. And if we can educate children from the beginning of their schooling to view materials in that way, we'll create a revolution in Wales whereby young people become more entrepreneurial and more concerned about the resources of this planet, and they'll utilise them properly. We won't be just stopping there in terms of circular economy. We're looking at circularising many things. A big area is going to be food. We want to utilise food waste on a large scale in Wales. Utilise that food waste to turn it into compost, into soil nutrition, so that we can wean ourselves off the dependency on Monsanto and chemical fertiliser companies, so that farmers in our rural communities in Wales will be able to have nutrient for their soils. It's cheap, affordable, and on their doorstep. And in doing so, we can rejuvenate our soils, which are depleted. The dependence on Monsanto fertilizers and chemicals means that the microorganisms are being killed in our soil system, and that means we don't have the opportunity to grow food in an organic way, in abundance, and with the variety that we wish. Wales is famous for having, well, I'm not sure if it's an urban myth, of having more sheep than people, but it's probably not too far from the truth. But surely any rural economy can be more creative and seize opportunities to expand the range of the foods that it grows, so that growing is close to the people and that food is accountable to the people as well. The third area that's very exciting is circularising currency, circularising money. We want to set up a circular currency, local currency for Wales. It sounds almost illegal to print off your own money, but if you think of it in terms of a book token, you buy a book token for £10. It's redeemed. It's recognised by the bookshop. So all you have to do really is apply that model to a region, a country, like they did in Switzerland here back in the 1930s, or as they did in 2010 on Sardinia, more recently in Rotterdam. Right across Europe, there are local currencies tied to their national currencies. You buy them with the national currency, the euro or Swiss franc here, and it locks your spending portion of your wage. You enter into this voluntarily. You then spend that on your locality, and we can create a currency for Wales that has that loyalty, that has that branding, and has the opportunity of stopping the leakage. Because Wales has suffered in the past of financial leakage. There's a number of reasons for that this video won't be long enough to be able to explain. But we can keep wealth in our communities. And that isn't just something that Wales can do, it's something every community around the globe can do. I'm here at the Land Security Dialogue, which is an annual conference, people from all over the globe coming together to look at how they can rejuvenate the land. A good portion of the planet now has turned to desert. So we need to rejuvenate our land. From my perspective, recycling and reuse is an answer to, or an alternative, I should say, to the extraction model, extracting from the ground, from mines, eradicating forests and mangroves and around the planet. Recycling and putting materials into a loop means that we use that as a mine. We put more materials into goods. We reverse the logic of making goods cheaper by reducing the materials, because if we enter into lease agreements with people, we can get those products back to make the products of the future. Therefore, we can bank our materials in our products. So that's one thing we want to do. Now, how do we finance all of this? We're looking at many ways, Circular Economy Wales, to do that. One of the exciting discussions I've just had here about 20 minutes ago was with Christian Shearer of the International Regen Network, who's working on blockchain. And that's a thunder and lightning storm above my head, so that's a cue to wind up on this very exciting proposal. He's willing to work with myself from Circular Economy Wales to design a tokenization system for reuse. So that means every time you take an old shirt back to the shop, you could receive for that act, because there is a financial benefit to the company in receiving that material back. We can tokenize that, so the person committing to that action is incentivized and rewarded. And so we will be able to work with the International Regen Network to perhaps look at a model. Now, I'm not saying it'd be impossible to at this juncture to make assumptions of whether that will be supported in Wales, but I'll be certainly looking to follow up on that work and make proposals to the Welsh Government. I hope that has been an inspiration to people in Wales, an explanation of what Circular Economy Wales is and what its agenda is going to be over the next 5, 6 years, 10, 15 years. And I hope as well that with our desire to create a zero waste economy in Wales, and to be on the back of that, to be a standard bearer for the new circular economy, I hope that this video has been an inspiration to people outside of Wales. Do tune in again. I'll make another one of these videos soon. Thank you.